All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Got it? 6. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the curve,
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Ready? Watch the slant,
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Tannehill, and he's got his man Hilton. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
And the Titans first down. Let's go. 50, plant. Topper.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Pull it high. What we got? Ready?
after the sack on first down. Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They snap it to Tannehill. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
11. Mike's by 4. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. Greystone, travel. Check safety.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On second and 9, Ryan. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, That does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A loss of 2 there. Second down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On third down, Henry. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on fourth down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Check three, check three, check three. Check.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
First down, Titans.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Ready, set.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go, G.
Set.
From the 40 now on second down. Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
They toss to Freeman. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. So let's see who this is on.
Check 55 to Mike.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 44-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Switch. Switch. Ready to go.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Slam.
General West.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now it's Ryan. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 14. Ryan finding Julio out wide. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Tannehill now to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. Broken tackle. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, DeMonte Casey. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Steps away to his left. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. Hey, Delta.
37's the Mike. Mike 37. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Let's go.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And Walker has it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. Off play action, Tannehill. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Tannehill. And the catch made by Hilton.
50, play. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Single. And we go 37's the Mike.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down.
Defense, let's go.
Get it.
Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. He's going to let this go end zone for Hilton. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check. Get up.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Mike's by 4. Watch the pass. Watch the...
Hey, express.
54.
Throwing on 2nd down. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16.
Let's go.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run, Devontae Freeman. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Freeman again. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So now facing a 3rd and 16 following back-to-back running plays that went in the wrong direction. From the gun, it's Ryan. Caught by Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. And when these two are clicking, Ryan and Jones, and we've seen multiple hookups here in this one, usually their offense is clicking, and that's why they're winning.
Yeah, they tend to follow what those two do. They set the tone for either a good day or maybe a tougher day. And right now, we're seeing an excellent game because those two are finding each other. Doesn't matter where on the field, they're making plays.
Now Ryan on 1st down. He gets it here to Peak. And now look at him go. Touchdown, Falcons. Sharon Peak, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
Ready?
On 1st down, it's Henry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie, and that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continue.
And the pressure gets to him again. Grady Jarrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here's Tannehill. He's going to sling this deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. Touchdown, Titans. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Ryan going to give to Freeman on the draw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Hey, Sal. 46-yard line. Motion, motion. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Check, gun, gun. 25. 21. Check 25.
They snap it at 1. Now Ryan. Flushed out right. Jones has it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Under 10, 10. 36, 36. Switch, switch, switch. 21. Shoot, shoot. Hey, check. Small. Let him go.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine. Hey, pick your game up. Hey, great play.
They'll run on first down. It's Freeman, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Ready, blue 80, blue 80. It's coming this way, Here we go, here we go. Watch twins.
A give to Smith out of the gun, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Tannehill. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill complete. This is Lewis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
On the ball. On the ball.
I'm going back to you.
Get it.
Tannehill throwing again. Going for the deep ball. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Keanu Neal.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He completes it to Peak. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they will take a knee here.
Ryan on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the Titans' 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This is the type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Falcons, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.